I can't listen to music and broadcast. That sucks.
I go into your broadcast and it's starting at the point where you were still talking about the fact that you were singing.
Hmm.
Are you actually broadcasting like live right now, or is it just the old ones that are on?
What?
You're not broadcasting.
I am now. Go. Did you get my invite? My other one? I shut off. You trying to?
There we go. Now it looks like you're actually playing. Why are you rambling through that person's garden? That was mean.
It's not me. I'm just spectating someone else.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The match isn't over yet.
James,
Hmm.
I'm very disappointed with my pepperonis. They don't taste the same if they're not heated up.
Hmm.
They need them ovened off of a pizza so that they're still dripping and juicy and yum.
Sounds like a
Do you think the
personal problem.
microwave will do them? It is not a personal problem. Do you think the microwave will do them any justice, or do I really have to start the oven to get like pepperonis worth eating?
Um. Put them in the toaster.
That's not gonna work either. Maybe
Just
if I still have a toaster
all you
oven.
gotta do just tape them to a paper plate and then put them down the toaster.
A paper plate.
Does the
You're
job.
hoping I burn down my entire house so that I die, aren't you? How did Kaya die? Trying to toaster some pepperonis. Because James told her to. Oh. I can't believe I slept so much today and I just still seem so tired. Maybe I just can't wake up. James, will you do a striptease for me so I can wake up?
Hmm?
Please? I said please, that counts for something, right?
Darren. That's an like Darren responded to my snow. He's like, it's Narnia, and then I was like, I want Ice Queen to feed me Turkish delights.
You would be fucking Edward.
Like I would betray the party for an Ice Queen for food.
Wouldn't that Edward perpetrate everyone?
Yeah, I think so. Like my queen, mistress.
Edmund. That's what it was, right? Oh my god, James, I got so fat. I haven't checked my weight in so long. Fuck. Ugh, I hate you sometimes. Hate you even more when you don't respond to me when I talk to you. Better work, James. So you gonna work on your paper tomorrow then?
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. That was nice stuff.
Hmm?
That was a nice death. It was fun watching you die.
Hmm.
what is this, like a Call of Duty type where it's a small map and you just shoot each other?
No, it's a big map. There's like
Oh,
4
really?
different gangs. So like there's like 5 different teams playing at once. And we all have to like try and capture territory for our team. This girl I'm talking to, Ooh.
What about her?
She's kind of has a job like me. Well, it's not like with military and stuff, but it's a contracting company where it's civilians and they can get like go off to a different country and so like both of us would probably leave for like 6 months, but I don't know when I'm going, but her dad's been doing it for like 9 years, and his is rough. Like he goes for like 3 months and then he comes back home for 3 weeks. So it's like 3 months and then he comes home for like less than a month. And then he goes back to work for another 3 months. It's rough. Like I mean, it's like you get family time, but it's like for a short period. My company is, we go out for 6 months and then we come back for 6 months. And if you want to stay longer, you can. Like, if I want, I could stay there for a year or like a year and a half. But I think they're gonna try and, huh?
Stay where?
Undisclosed location.
Fine.
Middle East. Sorry. So.
Are you given good accommodations, or are you gonna have to live like the military folk?
I don't know how it's gonna be. My coworker, she went there already as a contractor, the crazy one, and she told me that like when she went there, the contractors were I guess like government and military, they have the good quarters, and then I guess contractors get kind of like the hand-me-downs from what the military was using, but it's like connexes, so like I don't know if it's gonna be like this, because this is gonna be one of the main sites. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's gonna. I'm sure there's, this is one of the main places. It's not gonna be like some outpost.
Interesting.
It'll be out there. You didn't know I was gonna go out there? I thought I told
No,
you
you never
guys.
told me that.
Yeah, I was saying like, you're gonna like send me like out in the middle of nowhere.
James,
What?
you forgot to send me a snap of you singing. I'm sure you forgot to tell me that as well.
No, I was there. I mean, I told Ben and Darren. I thought I told you, like everybody at the whole house. I
No,
was,
dude, I had no idea you were gonna leave. I figured you were just happy in Virginia.
well, anyways, it's gonna come. I'm gonna end up leaving.
How are you gonna deal with no PlayStation?
I'm sure there's gonna be a PlayStation there. It's like a base. Like maybe not mine.
Hmm. Good luck with that. They're gonna send you to the middle of a desert and they're just gonna throw you inside a tent and say, enjoy. Do you like the prospect of traveling?
Hmm.
Really?
I think my satisfaction of life is the more I get to see that's like I get a thrill out of seeing things that are hard to find or like difficult to get to. So that's why I like doing hole in the wall. I like going off of my routine, like going off the path. So like what would you like normally come across? I try and like check out new things and find like the hole in the wall shops and stuff. Like if I go to like some random town and like on a road trip, I mean not all the time, but because I do usually just go drive through, but it's like I'd like to see things that I normally wouldn't. So um, when I for the military, like I went to Korea, like that. I mean I've been to Korea before, but then I went to Europe before. Like if there's an opportunity for me to see more things, and I want to take it.
Interesting.
So living in another country for like 6 months, I wouldn't mind that. Like I'd probably learn some of the language. That's why I want to know like where I'm gonna go first, and then I'd like to study the culture and language. It's just different. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It sucks for her dad because he's yeah only there for 3 weeks. He just went back today, and then I don't know how it's gonna be like if we do get in a relationship. Like if we, if like, what's the time frame gonna be like if we're gonna be gone at I don't know. Like, I'll be gone, and then when I get back, they're gone. Maybe we're close.
James, my dear,
Hmm?
you look way too far into the future for someone you're just, like, not even dating right now. You gotta just, like, let stuff play out.
It's an inevitability if I end up considering this. Like, we're
Yeah,
both new
maybe
at the
she's
job,
worth
so
it.
it's
You never know, maybe she's worth that.
she's like Maybelline.
Maybe.
It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a possibility we might be close together or like on the same base, but I don't know.
Are you proud of me?
For what?
I haven't smoked a single bowl yet,
Oh wow.
right?
Sober for a day?
Because I slept through most of it.
So what you waiting for?
I don't know, honestly. I'm just kind of lazy. Oh, I feel so out of it today. I had no idea when I went back to sleep at 11:30 that I was gonna sleep until 3:30 in the afternoon. I figured I'd wake up in like 15 minutes.
What time is it there?
You don't know how to do my...
My
Jeez,
job is stopping
Sass,
folks
I
from
was
getting
just
shot on these
asking.
streets. You know that. She's my
You don't know how to do
She's my
math.
goddamn wife. They'll do terrible things to her. You've got to help me.
Sorry.
Maybe these
I
people
haven't
can
had
help.
my bowl yet today.
No.
Them? Sure, why not? Most lost,
I haven't
kidnapped folks,
calmed my
found by
shit
bounty
down.
hunters and such like. Yeah. I'll pay. Handsomely.
You like my guy?
Wonderful. Yeah, Allison is
Yeah.
the sweetest girl. She's quite a bit
The
younger
facial
than
hair?
Lucy, but better that way for
A what?
wives. I found. But they took her. The outlaws, I believe. Up to Twin Rocks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Which one's you?
I'll show you. The guy with the mustache and the...
No.
Yeah.
No.
Thin mustache.
Why would you choose to have a mustache?
It's the early 1900s, like, or it's the late 1800s. I can do what I want. I look like Buffalo Bill.
Was
Yeah, you
Buffalo
can't
Bill
really-
even that time period?
You can't really see him.
What are you giggling about now? Oh god, James, why are you always trying to jump on someone else's horse? had a monster.
He sent you,
What is
didn't he?
wrong with
He
me?
sent you. Well, I'm not
See
coming.
my guy
I
has
can't
a
go back to
mustache.
him.
We're in love.
It's a thin mustache.
Leave us be.
Get rid of it.
Look, I'll give you all we have. It ain't much, but it's something. Just help us escape from here. Come on, please.
I'm not going back. Cliff, you swore. You swore I wouldn't have to go back.
They'll have
Are
to
you
kill
the
me to get to
blackback?
you.
No?
Come on, folks. Have a heart. Please.
I'm the one with the hat.
I can't
There's
do
two
it.
people with a
I
hat.
think they're gonna help us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Come on. Wagon's outside. Money there, too.
You will have sent men to watch your people. They'll know you're trying to help us.
Then we best be quick.
That is not a small mustache. Make it a beard, not a mustache.
Your gas out. There's room for 2 more in back. Or just stay close on your horses.
It's a massacre. They killed them all, Cliff.
Close your eyes.
You're really good at crashing your poor horse. So this girl that you're talking to, have you told her about your show? Have you?
No?
Like, I warn everybody I talk to, I'm like, dude, just so you know,
The game's a little loud.
now it's really quiet.
Whoa! Why won't he leave us alone? How many more of them we gotta kill?
He'll never leave us alone. He'll keep saying you kidnapped me until some other fool comes and kills you. Or me, or both of us.
No. We'll run. Somewhere hot. Mexico. Australia. Here. Take this. Thank you for being a decent human being. Tell him we drowned. Or got hit by a train.
Tell him to go hang himself. Tell him whatever you want. Just let us go. Cliff, isn't it all so romantic?
Yeah.
James, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a dump.
You do that.
So you're back around, eh? Looking for work? Okay. It's all written down. Just take a read of that. There. Should be clear enough. Take it. Go on.
I think you're right, James. I think it's time for some drugs. I lasted most of the day. That's good, right? That was a real question, sir. I broke my living room fan.
How?
Well, I went to pull the fan string so that I could turn down the fan because it was on too high. And the string totally just pulled out of the fan, so now it's stuck on high. So if I want the light on, the fan has to be on high.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks. So it's like if you want to see, you're totally welcome to freeze.
Dude, the snowflakes are so massive right now.
What?
The snowflakes are massive. They're like the size of a quarter.
I did not comprehend the words you said. I think you said it sounds massive, and then you said the size of a quarter.
Yeah, the snowflakes are like the size of a quarter.
Snowflakes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. You made me get up and do laundry. I kind of hate you for that. There's no weed in my fender. Such a terrible morning.
I didn't make you do anything.
Yes, you did. You're like,
No, I did.
laundry. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had to do mine.
Good. Fuck. Being destroyed.
Good. come visit me. I miss you.
Sorry. Oh.
You know, like,
Oh my gosh.
you're having too much fun over there by yourself without all of us.
Yep.
You are. It's very depressing. Ask Ben.
You're also gonna be depressed.
You're off having this grand old time and you left all this time. You've managed to kill one of the bad guys, really? Is that what that little thing at the top means? Come on, kill more of them. Get that guy. You didn't kill him though. Oh wow. All of a sudden, a bunch of them went gotten little check marks. Why are you so frustrated?
I got stuck in this canyon.
Want to fall out? Ooh, can't you just stand on top of your horse and jump out? Look at you riding through all the cacti. How fucked up is that? Of course, making that noise, you keep doing mean ass things to it.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, poor Benedict. You're not very talkative, Mother.
So I'm like, I'm trying to get this guy.
He is pretty far gone by now. Do you ever have those days where you just seriously can't wake the fuck up?
Yeah, like all the time.
Like I already had a monster, I should be awake by now, but I just keep yawning and shit. Oh, fuck, I never took my medicine. That's probably my fucking problem.
What medicine?
I take 5 every day.
Yeah, your amphetamine salts or
What?
your amphetamine salts? Your bath
You're
salts?
amphetamine salts. No, I'll read them off to you as I take them. Just let me get some to drink. Actually, I have drink in my room. Let's have another monster. And I'm never gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna be fucking wired. All because I couldn't wake up. Okay, so my daytime medicines. I have venlafaxine, which is generic for Effexor. A very large pill. Then we have propranolol, which is used for both anxiety and high blood pressure. And then we have methylphenidate, which is generic for Concerta, but is also generic for Ritalin. And then we have my nighttime medicines, Latuda and Singular. You happy now?
Mm-hmm.
Were you even listening?
Mm-hmm.
No, you weren't. I'm a little late in the day. What's your favorite food at the moment? Pickled beets.
Tater tots, bacon, sausage.
Dude, Jimmy Dean has these really awesome breakfast bowls where it's just like sausage, cheese, eggs, and potatoes. They're only like $1 or $2. You should buy some. They're really good. James, go to the, what do you call it, mode?
Yeah.
Do missions. And explore the map.
I need to get meat.
You need to get meat? I thought you already had some.
I need more.
Ooh, you want it bigger, huh? I'll take your meat just the way it is any day.
I go to the bathroom.
Ooh, so you can check on your meat.
Ew. No. Alright, do it back.
Okay.
Well,
How was your shit?
relieving.
Hmm?
It's very relieving.
Oh, that's good.
I really hope I don't gotta work tomorrow. I don't want to work.
You don't want to what?
I don't want to work tomorrow.
Oh, you said you don't.
Huh?
Oh, you
What?
said you don't work.
I don't know. I mean, it's more than what they expected. I just don't know how long it takes for them to clear out the roads. Cause
Yeah.
this is a lot. 'Cause basically they'd have to clear it out like. I'd probably do flex time. Like I'll probably. Like at my apartment complex, there's no way I can drive out of my apartment as it is right now. I don't know. I guess it's not gonna stop snowing till like past midnight. So we're gonna have a bunch of snow in the morning. None of it's gonna thaw.
I just posted the cutest thing on my Facebook, and you have to watch it. It's like not even 2 minutes long.
There you are. Look, I'm a marshal, so my jurisdiction ends at the city limits, even if the town in question is a no-good dump like Van Horn. I go in there, I got even less rights than you do. Any decent hoodlum knows that. Montez is in there. At least I think he is. Or some of his boys are in there, so...
He's in there, Mr. Marshall, like I told ya.
This is Josie Dawson.
He's in there or his boys are. Hold up in my saloon.
We'll get your saloon back. Or they will.
Thank you kindly. Now,
Thank
the
you
others said
kindly,
there'll
Kaya.
be more coming down from up north. They's talking about some
Thank you
folks killed
kindly.
Jorge Montez.
Well, you go...
For what?
Well, that was us.
For being you.
Go see if you can find the bastard. Or
The fuck
kill
did
some
I
of
do?
his men as they head into town. Do both. Just don't get caught by any law. What you're doing is highly illegal. Highly moral, too. So in my book, it's okay.
I want to sing.
You want to sing?
Yes.
Sing, please. This land is your land. This land is my land. Go for it, James.
This land is my land. This land is not your land.
You would.
Do you have citizenship? If not,
You should make a Trump version of that song. You and your Trump supporting this. Dude, my dad's a hella Trump supporter and my grandma isn't. And she was going like talking all this shit about like getting Trump like out of office and stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad's just like arguing with her. Hilarious.
What was I gonna say? Did Ben tell you this? Did Ben tell you the story about the lady at Panda Express?
No.
He was like, "Hello," like he was like, "Would you like to donate $1 to St. Jude's?" It was like St. Jude's Children's Hospital. She's like, "No, unless every cent goes towards getting that monster out of the White House."
Wait, what?
The lady was like, so Ben was saying, would you like to donate $1 to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital? Because they do like donations at the cash register.
Yeah.
And the lady responded, she's like, no, unless every cent goes towards getting that monster out of the White House. He's like, Jesus, like, it's just like, what does that have to do with like the children's hospital? It's like, well, it's like you can't, like, every dollar that you have to spend now has to go towards impeaching him. Like, there's like nothing else in the world that's important. It's all about getting rid of Trump.
Surprised Ben didn't propose right there and then.
Yeah. Not my president. They had a lot of that at like Cal Poly and stuff.
Yeah.
People were pissed. They're just like, how the hell did this happen? It was like the end of the world. It's like, shit.
My dad made a good point the other day. You're never really gonna know if the president's doing a good job or not until they're done. Like, you really don't know.
Well, I mean,
you don't know what they're doing.
you have people who are like all talk and like people love them and everything, and then but they're horrible at politics or like running the country. I mean, they could be like the most like loveliest person, but they don't know anything about economics, or they're like they're too kind and they like want to give everyone welfare and stuff. Like it's like policies that feel good, but it's like when it comes to running the country and the government, it's you can't. I don't know. Conservatives are all about saving money, so except like when it comes to never mind. Sorry, I'm just going off on politics now. You have me going. I'm like blood rushing.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like conservatives are all about like saving money, except for when it comes to like the military, because it's like let's spend billions and billions of dollars. But it's tough. It's just like where the U.S. position themselves. Like, yeah, other countries spend way less, but also they don't have military bases all around the world. Like, they're not seen as like the stabilizing force of the world. So they like compare us with like smaller European countries, and it's like they don't have like the same position that we're in. It's like if the U.S. scaled back a whole lot, the world would. Well, this is like neoconservatism, but it's like there's this thought that all this security gives peace and stability, but we spend a lot of money doing it. It's like if we wanted to be really selfish, like we could keep all the money to our, like have all these bases removed and save all this money, and then these other countries will have conflicts going on.
Be extra selfish. Be all about USA.
America first. Save all this money.
I've always hated that. How, like, I understand being patriotic, but thinking that your country is above all other countries is stupid. Everyone's different. There's different stuff that, you know what I
Yeah.
They could be better in different ways. We could be better in other ways.
We're better in every way. I'm just kidding.
You would think that, James. You probably think you're the center of the universe.
I totally didn't get paid to say that by the government. Because apparently I'm a CIA spy that gets paychecks on the regular.
Yeah.
It's like I was in this Facebook group. It was this Facebook group about like North Korea, and so you had people who like were against North Korea and people who were like supporting North Korea. And whenever me and a couple other people would say stuff that was kind of like anti-North Korea or like anti-China, they'd be like, "Well, you're obviously paid by the U.S. government. You're a CIA agent." Yeah, but it's crazy too, because it's just interesting seeing the other school of thought, because like they would have people from China who have like strong beliefs about the U.S. causing the situations in North Korea, like essentially saying, "Oh, the people are starving because of the U.S." Like it's not the North Korean policies.
Oh, it's all our fault that they're starving?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You know, since we're so close and everything.
Right.
So, James, if I was starving, would it be your fault?
Apparently.
You don't know?
Hmm?
You're the one who ditched me and like went and got rich somewhere else, so it seems like it's your fault.
Because I'm not your sugar daddy anymore. I never was.
Alfredo Montez. It's been quite a time chasing you, my friend.
I know you. I will kill you.
I think that's unlikely.
Oh, you need to
A whole
make
lot more
an
likely
effort
is
to
you're
talk
gonna
to
have
Ben
your
more
neck
often,
broken.
because he
While
feels
these
like
folks
you never
here
talk
watch
to him.
and laugh and say what a nasty bastard you
We
were.
shall see. $1,000 to whoever sets me free.
Well, these folks here have something money can't buy. Honor, dignity, and a sense that not everything is for sale.
And they are as foolish as you.
Well, they are. But they're still getting paid a fair price for a job well done.
Let's see.
If you could have any one thing in the world, just one thing, what would you want?
Anything in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's tough. Because, I mean, there are times where I do want, like, I'd like to find, like, someone that I really click with, like a partner. I just never had, like, I never been in that relationship status. So that would be nice to, like, actually feel comfortable in a relationship. Like, that's one thing. And then I guess, obviously there's, like, money and, like, I don't really care about having like a big house or like anything in the world.
It could be any one thing. It could even be a pencil. I mean, it could be anything you want, James. Any one thing. Do you want peace on Earth? Do you want a pencil with a cat eraser? Do you want...
Nuclear bombs? No, just kidding.
What?
Just kidding. No.
Do you want a soulmate who understands you on every level?
Well, that was one thing I
want-
just said, was like having a soulmate.
Do you want to be president?
I wouldn't trust myself as president.
You as president would be awful.
Wow. You're mean.
You're like, get rid of them all, put up the tallest wall possible.
Get rid of Ben. Deport Ben.
Make it so Americans can travel wherever they want for free. Are you at least gonna give me free healthcare, James?
Since you're a friend, I'll give you special healthcare, but...
So, more expensive is what you meant by special?
Yeah, I don't really care about having a car. Like, I like to travel. One thing.
How would you feel about a truck with a mini house attached to it? One of those little tiny houses? You can travel wherever you wanted.
No, I don't want to just drive, like...
But then you need money, and you didn't ask for money, all you asked for was a car. Fool about your job and shit. See what I'm saying? You gotta have the one thing that's gonna solve everything. And it can't necessarily just be money, because you still don't necessarily have everything else you need. You know what I mean?
So like the one thing, I think, I don't know, it's just kind of egotistical, but like also, I think it would be cool if I do like make it as a writer. Like if I could like do that and enjoy it and like it works out, but that's just like as a hobby thing, like just writing. I just really got to get done with this paper and then I can focus on that.
So, to be a famous writer would be cool to you, because then you'd be making the money and you'd be able to travel.
Yeah, and I can do that anywhere.
And you could write about any topic you want, because you'd be a famous writer of any sort.
Yeah.
Good choice. Now, do you necessarily want to be good?
What do you mean?
Oh, and what's your genre? Are you nonfiction? Are you fiction?
I'm fiction. Almost. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind like blogging or writing about life events, because there are just some things that I find interesting. Like,
oh, you know what? You would really enjoy my coworker Virginia. Her daughter, she travels the world and she house sits for these really rich people, and she blogs about her travels. And she like makes money doing this. She makes enough money that she can just continue traveling. Like right now she's living in Greece and she like house sits for these really rich people and everything.
that's interesting. That's like kind of like doing what you want, and that's nice. Cause yeah, my friend was
She has a travel blog.
saying how they do that. They go and travel, and like my coworker, he got sponsored by. He has a YouTube channel, and like he'd blog about Hawaii because he was living in Hawaii, and like tourists love that stuff. They want to see like what the area is like.
What do you call it that?
Huh?
What do you call it that? Everyone else that I've known in the entire world calls it Hawaii.
What did I call it?
Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Hawaii? Yeah, Hawaii. It's the extra I.
I don't
I
know.
think one of
You're
the actual.
tripping.
Huh?
I am saying it properly. Hawaii?
You what? Hawaii. Yeah.
Hawaii.
You've always called it Hawaii, and I always wondered because I've never heard anyone else call it that before.
Hawaii? What is this?
Yeah. How did you not know that's what it was called? Have you been there before?
Yeah?
I think one of the islands might be Hawaii, but I think the state itself is Hawaii. Crazy person, you. You've
You're
been there before,
crazy.
though?
Hawaii.
What did you do when you were there?
The most common I hear on the Big Island is Hawaii. Newscasters from Honolulu say, what the fuck? Hawaii. What the fuck? I don't
Are you
fucking
looking
care.
it up because you don't believe me? You fucking jerk. You're all looking it up. I don't believe you, bitch.
Hawaii. What the fuck? How is Hawaii pronounced? The most common I hear on the... Who the fuck just said that? Well, I guess you're just gonna hate me when I go to Hawaii.
Why?
Because of the way I say it.
Because you're gonna sound like a dumbass tourist.
Oh.
Hawaii. Hawaii. Hawaii.
How did you say it?
Hawaii.
Oh, so... Silent I. Who gives a shit? Hawaii.
Well, no, it's like that's one of the defining sounds of it, because the second I comes out sounding like an E. Go Hawaii. Hawaii.
Oh, whatever.
I've told you that before, too, by the way, so don't be like, how has no one told me this before?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Salmon. Oh, you know what's funny? It's that crazy girl calls salmon the same way as I do.
Does she really?
Yeah, she was like, she was saying like, yeah, people make fun of me because I say salmon, and I was like in the cubicle next to her. I'm like, I do the same thing.
Like, sometimes I pronounce words the way that they're spelled. Like, I know how to pronounce them correctly, but I pronounce them how they're spelled because it helps me remember how to spell them. But salmon, definitely not one of them. Salmon. That's the way it is.
You here for work, Dan?
Like muscle, I like to pronounce it muscle. Even though I know it's muscle. You know what I mean? Danzish?
Yeah.
I'm guessing this ain't just a social call.
So my cat died, and I have this like ghost cat living with me now. Man, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Ghost cat.
I assume you're here because you need money.
Oh, yeah, I like the snow is like. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. It's gonna snow for another like 9 hours or another 3 hours.
So I'm guessing you're not just here to pass the time of day.
Hawaii, Waikiki, Hokalakatiki. Oh, they just bumped it up. Oh shit. Accumulations of 5 to 12 inches are expected. Or 5 to 10 inches are expected.
Is this upsetting you? It's like the beginning of winter, man. It's gonna get worse than this. You know that, right? Where have you lived before? Only California? Only
No,
Paso?
Washington State.
Oh,
But that
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah,
until I
you
was
grew up in
8.
Washington. So you were 8?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Where did you live in Washington?
Puyallup, like south of Seattle.
Like, how far of a drive?
Like 40 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. How'd you like it?
Puyallup was kind of small. I mean, it's like comparatively like living in
Templeton?
no,
Paso.
maybe like Paso, like
But it's gotta be close to other cities. It's gotta be like LA, where you're kind of backed up to other cities.
no,
If it's
it
only
was
40
kind of
minutes.
like it was kind of like where we are in this in Slow County, where the towns are kind of spread out. They weren't as
But
they
you're
weren't
only
like
40 minutes from Seattle.
yeah, but like outside Seattle, there's like suburb part of. I was like outside of the suburb part of Seattle.
Oh, I see.
So it's like 20 minutes away from the suburbs, and then there's the smaller towns.
Do you have any friends from there that you still connect with?
No,
No?
no,
I guess you were too little, huh?
no. I had like an Indian friend named Jasper,
Nice.
and for the longest time I didn't know the difference between like Native American and like Indian. That was confusing for me. He had a head wrap.
Oh, he was that kind of?
Yeah.
It's incorrect to call... What?
No, there was. I think it was on the Office or something, or they're like, he was like, yeah, my girlfriend's Indian, and they're like, well, what kind? He's like, red dot or feather.
That's the kind of question I would ask. Fuck.
So the population's actually 41,000.
Oh no, that's pretty big. Well, I mean not big, but bigger in Paso.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't that big when you lived there, though.
Well, I mean, I was a little
Because
kid. I
Paso's
didn't.
grown a lot since I was a kid. Paso's grown like 10,000 since I was a kid, so you gotta think that place has too.
Actually, and like the fairs there. It's just like Paso.
But they
You
had snow.
you know what's been weird here is just like the different dynamics of people. Like on the West Coast, as far as like politics and culture go, people are sort of the same. Like if you're liberal, if you're into like hippie stuff, you're gonna be liberal. Like you're not really when you're like open to what do I say, like I don't know. Yeah, just like people who have like coexist, like they're very tolerant like of other people's religions and or like they're into like other cultures like yoga and trying different foods from other countries and stuff. They're usually liberal, but like how do I say it? So like here it's just been confusing because I would like see some people like sexual orientation too. Like if you're LGBT, you're usually liberal or like on the left, and then if you're religious, you're on the right. You're like conservative. But here it's been confusing because I've come across some weird things like a bisexual on the dating profile. I met a bisexual girl, and then she told me like she had a Confederate tattoo. I was like, what?
Damn.
So yeah, that's
That you were
confusing.
all on
Cause she,
that.
well, she said it was like she's like a little too southern for where I'm living because this is like Liberalville, because it's a college town. So she's like, I'm a
Yeah.
little too southern, but like I just figured because she's bisexual that she'd be like liberal, and then there's my sister's brother-in-law. He's a Mormon, and he's pretty like like pretty religious, like pretty like into the religion. He goes to church every week, and there are some things he disagrees with, like abortion and like what else is there? There's something. They can't drink, like they can't drink alcohol, but he's
They're
like
not
all
supposed
for.
to, but a lot of them do.
Yeah, he's like. There's like some things that he was saying that was like very liberal. I can't remember. I think it was like weed, which is like. I think he's like fine with it. He's like, yeah, if they want to legalize it, that's cool. But, I think there's something else. But I just felt like it was like, kind of like like contradiction in beliefs. But so yeah, there's the bisexual girl with the Confederate tattoo, and then Mormon sister's brother-in-law, and then I saw someone driving and they had a bumper sticker, and it was like one of those coexist stickers. And then on, like right next to it was one of those "Don't tread on me" stickers. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, who are you? Because usually coexist are like liberal, like people, and "Don't tread on me" is like far right. So I'm just like, no, I'm just trying to figure them out, and it's just in California, it's just very typical to like figure out people, but over here it's like mashup of things. I'm like, what the fuck?
So how do you pronounce the name of that city again?
Which one?
The one you grew up in?
Puyallup?
Say it really slowly and clearly.
Did you get my text?
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it.
Okay, Puyallup. So like instead of a Y, I mean I say it with a W, maybe I'm saying it wrong. I was only there till I was 8, so I may be saying it wrong.
Puyallup?
Yeah.
It looks like a cool place. I like their little fair, that's cute.
It's Native American.
I've been wanting, like, my general goal in life is to move to, like, Seattle area, or at least, top of Oregon, like Portland area, but I'm thinking Seattle probably. But that's actually a really good city. It's far enough away that it would be small enough, but it's like close enough that I could go there if I wanted to. You know?
I think the people there, I think you'd see that's what's interesting. Maybe I don't know if you'd like it or you won't like it because you said you really like Texas because everyone was just so loud and proud and like.
No, I like Texas
outgoing.
because everyone was so nice. I've never been in a place where people are so friendly. And
okay, so it was them being friendly. Well, okay, so like, yeah, you probably, Portland, everyone's like non-judgy. They do their own thing, but like, I was gonna say like Puyallup, like, I liked there because a lot of them, for some reason, there's like a lot of gamers and nerds there, and
that sounds perfect for me.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what like as far as like my pick and like women and stuff, a lot of them, if I were to go there, it'd be easier. Like for here, there's a lot of preppy people, like people who come from rich families and like they have high standards and stuff, and it's like UVA.
The East Coast is very like that.
So it's like I'm actually having, I don't really know, like I come across like gamer people or like I'm actually gonna start going to like comic book shops and play board games and maybe do like Magic the Gathering and like meet people because I'm actually a coworker at my place. He was talking to somebody else, like he's not in my section, he was just walking by and they started talking about like, don't laugh at me, but LARPing.
Hey, LARPing is fun. I used to go watch the LARPers. It's cute.
But they do like a full-on party. They have like 40-some active members. I guess they have like 100-some people in the group and they have 40 active members that usually attend these events. And I seen pictures. They have a good outing, and the guy who was hosting it, like the guy who works there, he's like the president of the group, and so he was talking about it and like saying how they've been doing it for like a year and a half, and it's like been booming and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, like I might meet some people there and like see how it goes. And he was telling me about how like they don't have like an age. Well, I guess they do have an age limit, but it's like you could be 12 or 13 and like be doing this stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't want to beat down the little kid. he's like, okay, you're gonna be the nice guy for a while, but then they're gonna get on your nerves, and you're gonna like fight back. I'm like, dude. Because the last time I did LARPing was kind of like for fun. Like me and some friends had some Nerf swords. Like one of the guys had like a bunch of, he had like 3 different sets of Nerf swords. He's like, hey, let's get drunk and hit each other. And I got smacked really hard by one of my fraternity brothers. He's like this big dude, like kind of like me, like just like big body set, and he hit me so hard with the sword. I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, I'm out. Like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. No, I don't know. Well, we're drunk. We didn't have like we weren't like holding back at all and just smacking each other. He got me a couple times really hard. I was just like, God damn it.
Have you ever done paintball before?
Yeah, I've done paintball.
And it was worse than that.
With the sword, it was like a giant thing smacking you. With like it's basically getting hit with okay, not a bat, but like a styrofoam bat being swung at you by Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
So it's like you're slugging me all the way into my shoulder. It fucking hurt. I'm like, then once you pop my arm out of my socket.
Have you seen Role Models?
It was funny though. Yeah, I've seen it. So that's just like when I think of it, I'm just like a bunch of people dressing up and smacking each other. I think it'd just be fun to like learn how to sword fight. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, it would. I'd really like to learn fencing, honestly.
Actually, fencing's pretty big in this area. I think it's kind of like a rich kid's sport.
It is, yeah. That area is very like
they have these private
style.
Yeah. They have these private schools where it's like a lot of them are just children of the people who have gone there before.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they pump in their old money. It's weird at the at UVA. You haven't really been exposed to like fraternities and sororities, but at UVA they have, so everyone has their own like fraternity and sorority. It's a separate thing, but then there are like these 3 like super secret groups, and they can basically, they have so much money that they kind of act as like these sponsors, and I was like, I'm confused. They're like these signs, like their sign was on different fraternity and sorority groups. I'm like, why aren't they their own group? Because I was asking my sister's mother-in-law, because she's a cop there. I'm like, why are they on different buildings? And she's like, oh well, each of those groups sponsors those fraternities and sororities. Like they basically like incorporate them or something. They give them more money and they like incorporate them. And then like at the lighting of the lawn on the rotunda, they had all 3 of those signs were like on the building. It was just like, what the fuck? They like own the campus. I was like, what?
Pretty much.
It's weird because it's like they basically have their sign. I don't know like when they started, but they have like their sign right next to like the statue of Thomas Jefferson. I'm guessing that was his group, but they have it like on main buildings, like their sign, and you just see it here and there. But these like 3 main groups own like most of the campus. It's kind of strange. I didn't have that at my school.
Well, it's not like that over here, you know.
Yeah.
it's just a different way of living. One of my coworkers came from the East Coast, and he came from, I'm assuming, a richer family because they're all very kind of to-do, and she's very proper, but um, she's really into, what do you call it, the dog thing, the dog shows?
Oh.
I guess they're just called dog shows, but she's like really into that. Like she does it every year, and she's got like collies and stuff, and that's her dog. And she's just
Yeah.
like the way she dresses and presents herself. You can tell she's very East Coast, very old money
Like
and old style.
like deep like culture and stuff.
Yeah,
We're a
and
bunch
what
of
is the
savages
word
on the
I'm trying
West.
to look for? Well, no, it's not that. There's a word I'm trying to look for where they're like more tied to their family. You know what I mean? Like the legacy of their family is a big deal on the East Coast.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I
what
heard.
family you come from.
Yeah, like where you come from, like what school you went to.
Yeah. Like California doesn't care about that shit as much.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's just different people from different backgrounds.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, just the United States, you can travel from one side to the other, and it's very different. I really liked Texas because it was different, and it was interesting to see that such a short distance, people were honestly different to a whole.
I mean, in comparison, if you look at Europe, it's like they're completely different. Like it's surprising how similar we are. Like besides like how big we are, but yeah, it is interesting, like the different like dynamics, especially like coming from California, we're different.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Texas, it was like you could. It's kind of cool too, just like um, I don't know. I haven't been to other states much to like see what their culture is like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the states aren't going to differ one by one as much, but like the general areas themselves will differ. Like I have a friend from Illinois, and she's very like cornfield Illinois type of girl. It's
See,
funny, and
I'd
the
like.
sayings that she has and stuff. It's hilarious.
See, I think I'd like that. I haven't really talked to. Yeah, there's like a dynamic. It's like rich people with their background, like going to like private schools and stuff, or like. But then there's also like country bumpkins and people who like live out on the rural end. Um,
Everywhere's got their white trash cans. You'll
and
fit
then
in just fine.
I haven't been to like any of the churches here. I don't know how religious they are. You know what's funny? John, so I really wish you heard the audio, but John was playing yesterday, and there's this girl who was, I forgot what she said. She said something about God, and then John, he's like, like atheist. He's like a like a witch. He does like he's not like Christian. He's like pagan, but like um he was just role playing. He was like, "How dare you blaspheme my Lord?" It's like this is God's country. And
I bet
she's
you
like,
love that.
like he was like being all religious and everything. He's like, "I will baptize you with the fire of the Spirit." she's like, she was like, "Fuck you and your God," and then he shot her. He's like, now get it, like leave, stop, like be gone with you and your like devilish spirit. It was just so funny.
You really like that kind of humor. It's interesting.
What kind of humor is that?
Controversial humor. You like things that politics or religion, things that people are really passionate about? Is it more amusing when they put their whole heart into their argument for you?
I well, it's hard to like capture what you're saying. Like you mean,
What do you mean?
because I do get what you like as far as you saying like I like that kind of humor, like as far as like people being very polarizing with their beliefs or like being out there and like passionate about their beliefs or
Well, it's those kind of topics that really get you laughing too. Like Ben usually uses religion and politics and can instantly make you laugh. He'll say something completely out of the blue that sounds like shit, and it just you laugh at it.
yeah, because it's just it's like hyperbole or it's just really like really yeah really strong beliefs that are just well especially when Ben is just like he doesn't care. He's just like, well, fuck Trump. Or like talk shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just like Jesus. Like because it's more entertaining than just like I am very displeased with the way Trump carries on his like political affairs or something. It's just boring. So it's just funny like hearing. It's very like visceral. Like it's very like to the core of like. And like Ben's like a loose cannon sometimes. I don't know like if it's him. I don't know. It's like him expressing it. Maybe it's like the raw emotion that I like. It's not fake. I don't know. Maybe, unless he like jokes about it. That's what I like about as far as like compatibility on the personality test. I tend to like I'm most compatible with people who are like off the wall, like my friend John. They would just be like real sassy.
Yeah.
They'd be like my friend John would just like message me on Caps. He's like, bitch, play with me. Like, it's not like, hey, can you come play with me? It's like, it's with a lot of attitude, and then if I say no, he's like, well, fuck you. Like that's like what Ben does. Like they're very similar. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's like maybe it's like being able to. Like they don't hide their emotions, I guess. Like you can like joke with them and like you understand like they're not like reserved about their emotions. They're very like full and like out there with their feelings.
Yeah, they're outgoing people. They're not shy. I tend to like outgoing people as well, and I happen to be an introvert, kind of like you.
Because it's
Even
kind
though
of
you're more of an extrovert than you really give on to.
because it gets kind of confusing when people are like timid and like I mean I'm yeah it gets confusing when people are like timid and like to himself or it's like I don't know if I offended you or if like if you're just you know
James,
what
am I one of those off-the-wall people? I like teeter on the edge, because I'm also pretty quiet and timid, huh?
yeah well I mean you say like random stuff that it's just like
It's not rude, obnoxious stuff.
it's like you
How
say
would you
stuff to make me
explain
uncomfortable for fun. It's just it's not normal. You're not a
It's
normal lady.
normal.
You're not a normal lady.
Yeah, James? Well, you're not a normal guy either. Fucking I'm not normal. You're like, no, you're not cool. You're just not normal. Yay! I've reached logic level 9.
You know, my pa told me this job would be a great way to meet people. Meet people. I hate people. They're idiots. And talking of idiots, apparently the folks at the Emerald Ranch need someone to escort a wagon down to Rhodes. So there you go. I guess I just earned my measly commission. Well, you came at just the wrong time. I got nothing.
Thank you, James. Or not.
No, I'm just. You're welcome for. Thanking me for what?
For your honesty. What the fuck did you thank me for earlier?
Thank you kindly. I just wanted to say it. It sounded funny. Thank you kindly.
Is that how you talk in your book? Hey, you
Yeah,
never sent me your book.
Oh yeah.
You said you were gonna send it to me. So I could read it.
What's your
Are you
email?
embarrassed now?
No, what's your
I already
email?
told you what my email was.
Just tell me again, shit. Obviously I can send it. Send me your email.
My
Tell me
email
your
is my
email.
first name and my last name at gmail.com.
Kaya.Woodward?
Nope, just Kaya Woodard. Why do you keep wanting to put a dot in there?
That's how I do mine.
Lame. Who needs a dot?
So what did you want, just the book or the short story or what?
I will read it all, James.
Damn. Okay, which one is it?
You'd like had your computer up and running right next to you, ready to go?
It's on my phone.
Oh, cool. Couldn't you just send it to me in a text though?
What? Send what?
Your books.
Turn on link. Oh, I can copy a link. Copy it. Oh, what can I do? Let me see if I can copy the link and then text you a link.
I mean, you can email it to me if that's faster and easier for you.
You know, this is probably easier if you just I don't know if you can, but that's you can't really open that from your. Do you want to read it from the phone?
I'll read it wherever. I mean, I have my email on my phone and my computer, so. I got a tip that it's Aliens Night at the bar tonight. Wanna check it out?
Aliens?
Aliens, yeah.
Yeah, so the first one's the book and the second one is the... there's probably gonna be parts in the book where it's like broken up and, well, like not... I try to make it so it's like not so much broken up, but you can at least get the gist of where the story's going. If it seems like there's a big gap, just like let me know, because I did a lot of revisions for the first section, and I was going to add more to it, but I haven't gotten to it, so there's like a time jump.
Interesting.
What?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh.
You're back.
Have you ever read Ben's stuff?
What?
Have you ever read Ben's writing?
Told me this job would be a great way to meet
nope,
people.
and I definitely don't want to.
I hate people. They're idiots. And talking of idiots, apparently the folks at the Emerald Ranch need someone to escort a
I
wagon
don't know why
down the
that's
roads.
funny, but
So there you go. I guess I just earned my measly commission.
So the girl I'm talking to, she works near me, and she says she's not going. Like they're canceling work for her. Did it open up alright?
I haven't checked yet. My roommate just texted me, and he's all, "Hey, I'm bringing home Panda for dinner. Would you like anything?" Oh my god, what kind of an awesome roommate is that? I'm like sad that I don't want anything because I've already eaten. Because I'm like, man, that's like a badass roommate.
God, I feel like
It's like, why did I eat pepperoni?
I feel like having macaroni and cheese right now.
Did you buy some?
Yeah, I bought like four or 5 packs.
Damn, I've got like 10. Okay, so I open it and it says I have to request access, so I did that. I'm not gonna read it right this second, so you don't have to go and do all that, but I will read it probably tomorrow. I'm playing Sims right now. And watching you and talking to you. Very fun. Memory of her, huh? Angels, Demons, and Cybernetics Fever Volume 2?
Yeah.
Why Volume 2?
Oh, I think I version 2.
Why version 2?
Just because that's like what the big changes at the beginning. Because if you looked at the first version, it was just it was written in a different style. So that's just like I kept the first version. I didn't delete it. So it's like the second style reads more like it just has a different introduction, the way it's presented. And that's the one I'm using for now.
But that's not going to be the actual title of it. That's just your notes.
Yeah, I don't have an actual title for it. Maybe you can help me with it.
I thought that was your title. I thought that was what you decided.
I think that it's kind of generic. It's just like kind of. I mean, that's kind of like a catch-all. Like there's all these different things going on. There's supernatural things and cybernetics. So it's gonna be sci-fi and supernatural, but I don't know. That was just like what came to my head. I think it's kind of basic though. I also don't want some kind of like super out there title where it's like no one understands what, like, it doesn't have much meaning, so I'd like something to have a deep meaning. That's also like, it catches your eye, so.
Dang, I'm so excited for my new phone. It's in Ontario, California. It's not that far away. I want to go get it right now. I'll just drive down there. Be like, hey! Hi, FedEx. I have my phone. They would think I'm a crazy person. you not to scratch on things. Why are you still scratching on things, cat?
Where are you at?
What?
Are you at your parents'?
No, I'm at home.
You have a cat there?
No, I'm playing Sims.
Oh, it's like what the
Yeah, I got a cat. I wish.
Oh, is that... And you said your dog died?
My cats died. And
Oh, your
then
cat.
they came back as ghosts. So
Oh.
I added them back to my cat. So now I have ghost cats that keep scratching up all my furniture. They forgot the rules.
It's creepy.
Did I have ghost cats? It makes me happy.
You like cats or dogs more?
I'm honestly pretty equal on both. I don't like small dogs, like chihuahuas and things like that. But, certain small dogs are okay, and like medium-sized dogs. I like most dogs, but cats, I pretty much like all cats. So maybe I'm a cat person, but I really like both. I guess that was an overdone answer, huh?
Oh my gosh. No, that's
Oh, you go.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get a cat or dog first.
Are you allowed to have pets where you're at?
I'm allowed to have pets, but I have to pay like a deposit.
Yeah, special pet deposit. James, we already discussed what kind of pet you're getting.
Yeah, for that, I still have to double check, but from what I hear, I may not have to pay a deposit for it. So I don't know.
Exactly. And then I don't have to get one. All I have to do is visit you, which would make it even cooler.
Do you like my facial hair?
I don't know. You haven't shown me a selfie.
He's gonna come up. My character.
Got me all excited. Oh, that is awful, James. That is awful. That is awful. Why? Do you want to look like a serial killer? You look like you should be in some men's shaving commercial. James. James.
Hmm?
Do I have to beg you to send me a selfie? Oh, apparently my sim doesn't like her ghost cats as much. Ghostly meows, the haunting, otherworldly vocalizations of a nearby phantasmal pet is unnerving as it is sounds. Is as unnerving as it sounds. I can read sometimes. James. Stop ignoring me about a selfie.
Not today.
Why do you look ugly today?
Yep.
You do? Can I see? I like it when you look ugly. I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Will you please fix your facial hair and make it a nice, manly beard?
I don't want to do this much.
Oh god, it's Winterfest.
What's Winterfest?
Sim Christmas.
What time is it? Should I eat? It's a sleepy time for me.
No, it's not. You don't even work tomorrow. You already told me.
Should I eat more?
Of course.
God. A little mac and cheese.
Make some. I'll make it for you. Go start the water boiling, but don't put the noodles in until the water has already started boiling.
You put in the cheese sauce. You put in the powder first with the water, and then you boil that.
Exactly.
And then you pour it on the raw noodles. And that's the perfect mac and cheese.
It sounds like it. Will you make it for me? What are you laughing about?
Did you hear what I said? I said.
Yeah, I heard what you said, and I was going with it.
You think it sounds good?
Yeah, man. Anything you make would be delicious.
You don't boil the noodles. You just boil the cheese sauce, and then the noodles will expand.
Well, of course, when the hot cheese sauce is poured on it. It makes total sense.
But yes, it does make a difference when you don't start off boiling it with the noodles.
You knew that?
Yeah, it's on the box.
Good. Well, yeah, it's on the box. Doesn't mean people are always as patient as the box tells you to be.
You know, it's just so like easier to do to just like put all the noodles in and forget about it.
My dad always made it that way. He'd put the noodles in right when he put it on the stove. Because I mean, technically it does go a little bit faster, but the noodles kind of don't cook the same way. They taste like weird.
So how many
Mac
how
and
many
cheese on a
boxes?
skewer over here.
How many boxes should I make? All five?
Did you get shapes or normal?
I didn't get shapes.
Why didn't you get shapes? That's the best kind of mac and cheese. The cheese sauce is honestly slightly different than the normal. You did get Kraft, right? James.
No.
You didn't get Kraft mac and cheese.
think so.
What did
I
you
got
get,
I got different
generic?
kinds. Jeez,
You
you're
got
getting all
generic, didn't
feisty
you?
over your mac and cheese. God damn.
Oh my god, you got... Unless it's Annie's or it's Kraft, it's not worth it. Oh my god, there's something wrong with you. You're hurting my insides.
That's pretty hot.
What?
You're hurting my insides, James. It's only 9:30. This is too early for pillow talk, Kaya.
I'm sorry. I'll try to tame it down.
What kind of mac and cheese did I got Velveeta. Do you not like Velveeta?
Velveeta's like acceptable, but it's not top notch.
I have Kroger, 3 cheese,
Oh my god. That's
real
generic.
cheddar, Monterey Jack, and blue cheese. And then I have
That's so generic.
rich and creamy Kroger mac and cheese. And then I have Annie's homegrown organic pasta.
Okay, Annie's is okay. Velveeta is okay. But that Kroger generic shit needs to get thrown away now.
And that's what I'm gonna make.
Good. I hope you don't enjoy it too.
I'll enjoy it.
You're gonna enjoy that nasty ass shit.
I don't have any butter, but I can use my bacon grease.
What?
I have my bacon.
No, you
I've been
cannot.
storing my bacon grease.
No, you cannot.
What? What? Why not? It sounds amazing.
No.
What?
No, James. You don't have butter? That's like the only ingredient you need for mac and cheese. I can make mac and cheese with just noodles, butter, and cheese. Do you have milk?
I have milk.
And you want to use bacon grease?
Yes.
Do you know how disgustingly greasy and unhealthy that is going to be?
It's not.
It's not. Okie doke. Bacon grease. Gonna be disgusting.
I'm thirsty. I need a drink.
You need some rum.
You know what I did? I took a shot of rum like around 1 o'clock. Just because I was like, it'll help me in the cold.
You were gonna turn into an alcoholic, man.
You already had me drinking every day of the weekend. Hey, drink. Dreams, you're gonna rum drink it.
If you already
What?
poured it, you might as well finish it.
And I don't have a chaser.
Well, then you need to go buy like a 24 pack of Coke. It's like $8. Go get it. I'm gonna bombard my roommate the moment he gets home.
What?
I'm going to bombard my roommate the moment he gets home.
What are you gonna do? Oh,
Well, I broke the fan, and I'm gonna ask him if he has any idea how to fix it.
oh.
Because it's cold, if
gonna
I'd
be
like to see. And I don't know if I want it to be cold just to see.
Okay, you know what I'm eating right now?
Bacon grease?
Pickled beets.
Are you seriously? Are you though? Or are you just trying to cause problems?
I am snacking on it.
That is so
While my water
disgusting. Take a
boils.
picture of this. Let me see this. No, I need to see how disgusting this honestly looks.
It's not disgusting. It's like
It
amazing.
sounds really disgusting actually. James, Santa Claus hasn't shown up yet.
So,
Oh, sorry, his name is Father Winter. Father Winter hasn't shown up. Oh shit, Father Winter's here. I'm not even done with the grand meal. Shit. That bitch is in the skankiest holiday outfit I have ever seen. And it doesn't even match. What is this? She's wearing like some really skanky Mrs. Claus outfit with some combat boots and a blue Christmas, what do you call those Christmas hats? James.
what?
What do you call those Christmas hats?
I don't know.
Ew! You're really eating these. James, that looks like you're eating someone's liver. Are you really okay with that? Just remember every time you take a bite that it looks like you're eating a human's insides.
It makes it even better.
I bet it does. It's so cold in here. I have the heater like super up and it's like so cold. Oh yeah, her friend died. Oh my god. funny. Father Winter, he actually has a name, and his name is Trevor Skaggs. I used to have this friend in middle school. His name was James also. And every time I'm mad at you, I always almost accidentally call you by his name. It's very frustrating. I should be able to remember your name because it's so generic. James-ish.
There's actually a Jameson from our work. There's a Jameson.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he go by that?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Is there a reason why he wants to be made fun of? Or is it just, like, natural? I have a friend that's named Jefferson. Rather than Jeffrey, he's Jefferson. He goes by Jeff, though. Yeah. Hi, bestest new roommate friend. That's what I say when I have a question to ask. I broke something and I was wondering if you would be capable of fixing it. I pulled on the fan string and the whole thing came out, and now the fan is stuck on high. You are welcome to stand on the table. And please don't get your head shot off. The little hole for where the string goes is right on this side, and it pops out. It's that little knobby thing at the top. Yeah, it did. You're welcome to eat your food first, though. Because it looks impossible to me, but I'm too tall and too scared of getting my head chopped off. Really? Yeah. And I do have chasers.
Oh, please don't tell me you've come a robbing. I haven't got the time.
Or you just looking for work?
Talkative, ain't you? We're trying to get packed up. My father wants to go on a trip, avoid the illness that's plaguing the county.
A lot of work.
He's never run
just
away
for one
from
thing. I didn't
anything in
even
his
pull it
life.
that hard either.
At least that's the way he tells it. Now this. Mabel, please pack all my dresses and both the guns.
Yes, Miss McFarland?
Sweet girl. To call her a village idiot would be unkind to most idiots.
Miss McFarland?
Yes, Amos?
The wagon. It's gone.
Gone where, precisely?
Well, we don't know. That's what gone means. It means that you cannot find it.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
for looking.
actually, on point of order, it doesn't, but let's not get lost in semantics. Any clue as to where it might be?
I suppose maybe Jimmy used it to take his mother to the doctor. He was riding through some nasty country.
God damn it. Excuse me. Amos, get on with the milking.
My friend
Yes,
did
Miss
change it
McFarland.
so it goes the opposite way though, because it used to
You
go
wouldn't
down.
mind trying to find
and
this
now it
damn
goes
wagon, would you? I'll pay you handsomely. We're very short-handed right now. Thank
so
you.
he doesn't freeze. when
Thank
it's
you very much. And good luck.
There's a little switch. Apparently there's a summertime setting and a winter setting. I had no idea. But he didn't even know that thing switched off. He looked at it and he said, he got down.
Oh.
Yeah, no. You're like, well, I found the problem, but you can finish. Yeah. No, I just got groceries this morning. I slept in like way too late, and I woke up right when the groceries showed up. But I had a pile of pepperoni and cheese, because I've been craving pepperoni. Yeah. Thought I'd skip the work. Sorry, James.
I'm sorry. There's like snow plowers outside.
Good. That means you can go to work tomorrow.
No.
You need to get chains for your tires, just in case. Or new tires, depending on how good your tires are. How did you get stuck? You just like couldn't move?
No, it's because I had to drive up a hill. And it was all icy.
Did you actually try to drive up the hill?
Yeah. Like,
Did you slide back down the hill?
no, but it was like I was pressing like hard on the gas, like pedal to the floor. And it wasn't
you
like
just
going
let go.
anywhere.
You should also carry some salt.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna pour in the cheese sauce.
Into your water.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some really good water. Oh, and I did get soda, so you are welcome to have some soda.
Yeah, thank you.
Not you, James.
So,
You need to drink all my monsters.
7 to 9 minutes.
Oh my god, you're actually gonna time it? You're not just gonna like check when the noodles are done?
Yeah.
Oh, and you are welcome to let me see Smash Bros. Okay, cool. Darren was like, yesterday when Darren saw you, he was so close to begging you to let him play with you, but he's like, no, I'm just gonna be cool and not say anything. Yeah. Well, next time you see him, you want to offer if you're willing. I've never played, and I would probably be the person just killing themselves running off the side by accident.
Play what?
I played it on the Wii like once, I think. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I love Mario Party. Okay. Really? Huh. Yeah. I have a Mario Party game for my DS, but for some reason it stopped working. Yeah. 3DS. I don't have it over here, I'd show you. Okay, do that. James, explore the map. You still haven't gone everywhere yet. Look at all of that empty space.
My empty space.
All the empty space on the other side of the river. What is all that? Is that just like supposed to be blank space?
Yeah, that's all supposed to be blank space. It's not in this game.
That was the latest response I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I didn't realize what you were talking about until I opened up the map again.
So, okay, so look at that, that spot that you just checked on the map. Is all the stuff on the other side of that blank area, that's supposed to be blank also?
This is all blank. And yeah, all this is blank. This is the border.
I don't believe you. Why would they make all that space on there then?
Well, because in the previous game, you could go down here, and this was Mexico.
Really?
Sorry, that was really loud.
How is that Mexico if you were explaining to me that it was like over on the East Coast?
Well, this is supposed to... This is like a representation of the United States, but it's really small. So it's a fictional version of America. So this is the West Coast, Tumbleweed, New Austin, like this is like Texas. And then up here it's like Louisiana, like Saint Denis, like Florida. So it's like swampy marshland, and then up here it's like the like North Dakota, New Hampshire. And then over here it's like New York-ish. Not really. This is kind of like Virginia, actually. I actually saw, because there's Lemoyne, and that's like an actual place around here.
Interesting. So are you online right now, or are you doing some new stuff?
Alright, let's get my mac and cheese.
Yeah, you're a butt. I was totally talking to you. You didn't even say like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do my cheese real quick." You didn't even take me with you. You like left me hanging.
What were you talking about?
Cry now. I asked you if you were playing online or if you were doing a mission. Or the campaign thing.
I don't want to work tomorrow.
Ew. My sim just aged up to a senior, and it's all seniority. Wrinkled belly, frosted locks, and interminable naps. Wrinkled bellies? Really? How creepy. Is your cheese done?
Mm-hmm.
Is it any good?
Yeah.
I think you're lying to me. You know why?
Why?
Because it's nasty ass generic kind, that's why. Can't believe you would disgrace mac and cheese like that.
I made it better.
Would you put real cheese in it?
I put in some Parmesan, it's like Parmesan garlic wing sauce.
Oh my god, you're such a gross human sometimes. Okay, when you said Parmesan garlic, I was like, okay, that's okay, but then when you said sauce, wing sauce, no.
That's the best I could find.
that good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I feel about what you're eating right now.
It's my gut. I feel so fat.
Good, you should. It sounds disgusting.
You know what I added as a garnish?
You did what?
Do you want to know what I added as a garnish?
Oh god, what else did you do to it?
A big slice of beets.
You did not. You did not, James. Tell me you did not.
I did not.
Okay, thank god. If you would have put that pickled nastiness anywhere near... Oh, no.
But I need to go to bed soon.
Why?
It's almost 10.
Yeah, but didn't you say you don't work tomorrow?
I don't know. My boss told me to. Well, my supervisor said I should check in.
To check in?
Well, call in to see if the roads are clear.
That was gross.
Yeah. I'm pretty damn full. I ate so much. Fuck. Fuck.
Do you feel like a fat set?
Yep, extremely.
Good. I hope it feels good.
That's rude.
I said I hope it feels good. That was a nice thing to say. I hope you enjoy being fat.
I am fat. Oh my god, I don't get it. I don't know why it was so much. Fuck. Damn. Pasta destroys me.
Pasta?
Yeah, all those carbs. Fuck.
Maybe you shouldn't have eaten it then. Did your wonderful friend Kaya tell you it was okay?
Yes.
I don't remember that happening.
A wonderful friend.
You're the one who said yes.
Despicable friend.
Already.
Despicable friend.
No. You wasn't.
I'm gonna pop in some melatonin.
Right now.
Yes.
Right now.
So.
Why do you say such bad words to me?
What do you mean?
That dirty, foul language you use.
I said fudge.
Oh, you were talking about food?
I want to watch an episode of the Great British Bake Off show. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've seen it on Netflix.
How is it?
No,
Overrated?
I've seen it on Netflix. I haven't actually watched it.
My sister loves it, and then like my friends on Facebook are talking about it.
Really?
Yeah. Like my friend says he gets into it like people get into sports. And like when people like drop the ball, like if they screw up, he said he yells at the screen. He's like, "Why the fuck did you do that, Rebecca?" It's another really sassy gay friend.
Do you have more than one of those?
Yes, I do.
Wow. Yeah, they're tight. James, reindeer or snowman?
Snowman. Why?
I was deciding between two winter sweatshirts for my sim, and I couldn't decide. You're like, wow, I really don't care now.
I really can't see my toes now.
But you can feel them. That's all that matters.
I know they're there. Oh, I'm getting so fat. How's Ben doing? Is he?
Do you think I actually know?
Is he fat? Is he skinny? Like, has he been working out, or is he let loose?
He hasn't been working out too much, but he's still pretty together.
Pretty tight.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Do you like feeling that way?
Nope.
Then why do you do that to yourself?
This sounded like a good idea at the time.
It did, didn't it?
Oh god. I didn't think it was gonna be that much.
Yeah, dude, a whole box of mac and cheese is a lot.
Fuck. It just sucks about like having my own, like when I cook stuff, it's like I'm not sharing everything. I like eat everything I make. Like pizzas, I always tell myself I'm gonna split it and then just like have half of it later, but I always end up eating all of it in one sitting. Fuck. I'm like heavy breathing right now.
I didn't know I affected you that way. Play some more.
Oh shit, it's 10:28.
What time do you have to wake up?
Like 5?
Why?
I usually go to work at 6.
When does that nastiness stop?
Another like 2 months.
Damn.
Go to bed after this.
I hope not. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ooh, Daddy-o. Oh shit. Woo. Yeah. Oh shit! Oh my god!
Your language, Jim.
Did you see it? Did you see me get blown up?
Oh, yes, I did. Blew yourself up.
I didn't do. Nope, I did nothing. Ow. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Ow. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Wow. Okay. It's been fun.
No, James, this is not allowed.
What do you mean?
It's not bedtime yet. Just ask me.
She doesn't work where I work. She works near where I work, but I work for a government. I don't know how strict they are with.
James,
Huh?
it's not bedtime yet. Play one more.
Oh my gosh. Like a mission or this or
A mission.
You like my yellow sash?
Oh my god, that's awful. I liked it better when it was purple. James, will you go on my Facebook and look at the post that I posted and then like it? Because it's super cute. It's what it must feel like to be you. Come on.
Is he fat?
Kinda.
Wow. So what did Ben tell you about me?
What do you mean?
You just said you want me to talk to him more, or what?
Oh yeah, just that you never talk to him and he misses you. Ugh, this Sim will not stop mourning the loss of her friend. Can she get over it already? Like she never even hung out with this person. She met him once, and she won't get over this. You okay, James? Jamish? Human! Ugh, just lucky.
So you don't like my facial hair?
So I don't like the fact that I've been trying to talk to you and you've been
I
ignoring
implore
me?
you to be sensible.
Oh, I am being sensible. I swore I would kill them, each and every one of them. From the way I see it, I will do. I'm afraid my mind's made up.
Mrs. Leclerc, Teddy Brown, he's just a second-rate, common, no-good horse thief. You kill him and the rest of his boys, well, you'll wind up in jail, or worse, and we will never find out who killed your husband.
You know it, and I know it.
Believe Teddy Brown killed my husband.
If he did so, he did it on behalf of his sister, her husband, or Jeremiah Shaw.
Perhaps.
Besides,
But
he's holed up in there, besieged by marshals.
marshals. What good did a marshal ever do anyone?
That's why we'll send in our professionals to get the job done, and no one will know you had anything to do with it. It's too early to show your hand, madam.
Okay.
You, come with me. And remember, these are the people that put you in jail, so don't overly concern yourself with pity. Madam, stay here, please.
Mount up. You gotta go.
Now I know you're willing to do good and bad as it suits you, and maybe that's everyone's right.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
What mission are we on?
Oh, I didn't hear you on my other... Were you talking?
Yeah.
I only heard you on I only had one earbud in my headset, and like... Or only had one earbud in my ear, and I thought I could hear you on the other one, but apparently not. How much were you...
You think you're so funny.
How long were you talking for?
I tried talking to you many times and then got very frustrated with you.
Just now?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, like I had the one earbud pop out, and like I figured I would still be able to hear you, but I guess my left one's not working or something.
Interesting.
Sorry. No, it wasn't like
It sounded like you were straight ignoring me because you even like asked me a question at one point.
That bastard is holed up tight as
What did I ask?
I've already had 2 men shot since last we spoke. That's too bad.
Luckily,
If I liked your mustache or something?
Yeah.
Yes. My associates. What's
And I didn't
more,
hear anything. I didn't hear
I found a way
anything.
of ensuring they don't get
Yeah,
themselves
no,
shot
I was
like
complaining
your
at you for
deputies.
not talking to me and
Goes
then
on.
asking me questions.
Sorry, I feel like a dick.
One of the worst.
But
Really?
folk in Blackwater,
Yeah, cause like that. Well, like last time you said you're like I made my mac and cheese without saying
Amos
anything, and then
Lansing,
now like
Jeremiah Shaw, perhaps?
I don't know.
I just figured you weren't talking.
My
I didn't know
Look at
like
you.
my earbud was
Read
not
about
working.
this. Australian, I believe.
It's all
Always
good.
wanted to see if it works.
So I don't
You
listen to.
ignore me sometimes anyway,
I don't
so-
use these for music. I just use
Bring
it
us
for
Teddy
the
Brown.
microphone.
Dead or alive?
Yeah. Well, you need a new set.
No, I like didn't hear anything, like any sound from you, like nothing. And it was like it was weird.
I didn't mean to be so quiet.
Direct your fire at the barricade. Do as much damage as you can.
You look at my hat.
You mean the bucket on your head? It looks like a truck.
Good one. Oh, God. Oh my gosh. That was pretty gory.
That is what you call gory?
You think I'm afraid of you fools? Ah! God damn you! God damn you!
No! God damn you, Teddy Brown!
Hello, Mrs. LeClerc.
Who killed my husband? Who killed my husband?
Your husband? That little milksop? Oh. I guess I imagined he was your brother. No woman would ever marry his kind. Oh. I did kill him. I did it. And he was begging for his life. Pathetic, really.
Who put you up to it? Who?
Lady, that's none of your damn business.
Then I guess we'll kill the lot of them. That's 1 down, 3 to go. Mr. Horley, pay our friends for their service.
Thank you. We shall be in touch.
How's your mission going?
Just finished it.
You did not. Why do you sound so tired?
Because I'm tired.
Why?
It's almost 11.
So? When did you turn into an old man?
Oh my gosh. Bye. I gotta go.
What? Right
Gotta
now.
go.
Right now.
Yes.
Good night, James.
Take my pills. Night.